Hello everyone! Today I want to talk about Japan's izakaya. In Japan, there are tons of izakayas where you can enjoy delicious food and drinks. Izakayas are super popular and are the perfect spot for Japanese people to stop by after work or hang out with friends for a fun time. At an izakaya, you can find a wide variety of drinks like beer, sake, shochu, wine, whiskey, and more. The best part? Most drinks cost just a few hundred yen, so it's a dream spot for anyone who loves alcohol. As for food, there's a lot to choose from. Many places serve dishes for around 200 to 600 yen each, so you can enjoy regional Japanese specialties without spending too much. Izakayas are such a great place to casually enjoy tasty food and drinks. They're full of charm and perfect for relaxing with friends or colleagues. Now, let me dive into more details about what makes izakaya experiences so special. A Japanese izakaya is kind of like a bar or a tapas bar that you'd find overseas. There are all kinds of izakayas, from small family-run spots to big chain restaurants, and you can find them all over Japan. Here's how it usually works. Most izakayas charge a small table fee, about 300 yen, but in return you get a little appetizer called otoshi. It's like a way for the restaurant to introduce their flavors or as a substitute for a cover charge. But not every izakaya does this. It depends on the place. One of the best things about izakayas is the huge variety of drinks. Of course, there's sake, but you'll also find beer, shochu, highballs, fruit liqueurs, and cocktails. Speaking of shochu, do you know what it is? It's a traditional Japanese distilled spirit made from ingredients like sweet potatoes, rice, or barley. It has all kinds of flavors, and you can drink it in different ways. With hot water, cold water, or mixed with soda. Another favorite is the highball. It's basically whiskey mixed with soda water, and it's super light and refreshing. Because it's not too strong, even people who don't usually like whiskey can enjoy it. You can also add lemon or lime for a fresh twist, or mix it with ginger ale for a spicy kick. There are so many ways to enjoy it. All of these drinks pair perfectly with the food, making your time at an izakaya even more fun. Whether you're catching up with friends or just relaxing, an izakaya is the perfect place to hang out. Izakayas are amazing places where you can enjoy the flavors of Japan's seasons. In Japan, the seasons are very distinct, so there are ingredients that you can only enjoy during a specific time of the year. What's even more interesting is that the seasonal ingredients vary depending on the region. For example, the seasonal foods in Hokkaido during winter are completely different from those in Kyushu at the same time. That's why one of the best things about izakayas is that you get to enjoy dishes that highlight the season. In spring, you can try dishes made with cherry blossoms or fresh mountain vegetables. In summer, cold noodles and fresh seafood are super popular. During autumn, you'll find ingredients like mushrooms, chestnuts, and Pacific sori. And in winter, nothing beats warm, hot pot dishes and seasonal seafood. What's even more fun is that many izakayas have daily or weekly specials, so every time you visit, there's something new to try. It's a great experience for both Japanese locals and people visiting from abroad. Plus, each region has its own unique local dishes and specialties made with ingredients from that area. Tasting these dishes isn't just delicious, it's also a way to experience the culture and atmosphere of the place. Isn't that awesome? The menu at an izakaya is a really important part that defines the flavor of the place. Most izakayas divide their menu into about 6 categories, and you'll often see similar dishes at different places. But that doesn't mean they all taste the same. Not at all. Each izakaya puts in a lot of effort and creativity to come up with their signature flavors, perfecting dishes that they're proud to call their own. That's why ordering the same dish at different places can taste completely different, which is part of the fun. This is what makes izakayas so special. Take something as simple as fried chicken, for example. Some places make it super crispy, others keep it juicy, and the seasoning can range from spicy to slightly sweet. Each place puts its own spin on it. So, let me introduce you to some of the common menu categories you'll find at izakayas. Let's dive in. At an izakaya, the appetizers you get are small dishes served before the main meal. These appetizers usually have a slightly stronger salty or tangy flavor, and they're meant to boost your appetite. In Japan, especially at traditional Japanese restaurants, appetizers are often served with drinks, and they're sometimes called sakizuke or mukazuke. The otoshi you get at izakayas? That's actually the same thing as an appetizer. By serving otoshi, the idea is to whet your appetite and get you ready to enjoy the rest of the dishes even more. Usually, appetizers are made with just the right amount of saltiness or acidity to stimulate your stomach and make you hungrier. They're also served in small portions. Not enough to fill you up, but just enough to make you think, I can't wait to eat more. Plus, appetizers are a great way for each izakaya to show off its unique style. Some places might use rare ingredients or creative flavors to make their appetizers stand out. That's why enjoying the appetizers is part of the fun of eating at an izakaya. Sashimi at an izakaya is a classic Japanese dish where fresh seafood is thinly sliced and enjoyed with soy sauce and wasabi. It's also called otsukuri in some places. Sashimi is all about using the freshest seafood, and depending on the region or type of fish, the dipping sauce might vary. For example, some places might serve it with ponzu sauce or dashi-infused soy sauce instead of the regular kind. That's what makes sashimi so special. You get to enjoy a variety of flavors. If you're in the mood for beautifully prepared sashimi, an izakaya is the perfect place to try it. Some izakayas are really serious about their seafood. They even partner with top fishing ports in Japan to get the freshest catch delivered every morning. In fact, if you ask the staff, they can often recommend their seasonal sashimi, or even customize it to suit your preferences. The great thing about sashimi is that it reflects Japan's 4 seasons. You'll get to taste seasonal fish that's been carefully prepared by skilled chefs, bringing out the best of the ingredients. So when you're enjoying sashimi, take a moment to appreciate the craftsmanship with your eyes, and savor the incredible flavors with your taste buds. Grilled dishes at izakayas are exactly what they sound like. Food that's cooked by grilling. For example, classics like yakitori, grilled fish, and grilled vegetables are super popular. It's amazing how simply grilling meat, fish, or veggies can make them taste so incredible, don't you think? Among these, yakitori is probably the most iconic izakaya dish. It's so famous that you can't think about izakayas without it. And it's not just loved in Japan. Yakitori has recently become a hit overseas too. The best part about yakitori is how tasty and easy it is to enjoy. Whether you're having a casual meal, hanging out at a drinking party, or even grabbing a quick bite alone, yakitori fits perfectly into all kinds of situations. But it's not just about yakitori. Other grilled dishes like gyoza, okonomiyaki, or grilled fish are also well-loved Japanese foods that are super easy to order and enjoy at izakayas. Oh, and if you're looking for something special, you've got to try robata yaki. If you know about robata yaki, you'll sound like a pro. The coolest thing about robata yaki is the live experience. Watching the food being grilled right in front of you over charcoal. The crackling sound, the smoky aroma. It's such a sensory experience that just being there will get you excited. Charcoal grilling really brings out the best flavors of the ingredients. The outside gets crispy, while the inside stays tender and juicy. It's absolutely amazing. When they grill seasonal fish or vegetables over charcoal, they turn simple ingredients into something incredibly delicious. You've got to try it at least once. It's such a unique way to enjoy food with all your senses. Trust me, it's an experience you won't forget. Fried dishes at izakayas are super popular and go perfectly with drinks. They're always a crowd favorite. You've got classics like karaage, tempura, French fries, croquettes, kushikatsu, and cheese fritters. These are all well-loved dishes in Japan, and people of all ages, from kids to adults, absolutely enjoy them. What's great about izakayas is that they usually fry these dishes fresh after you order, so you get them hot and crispy. That first bite of piping hot, crunchy fried food? Pure happiness. It's the best feeling ever. Fried dishes pair well with all kinds of alcohol, so choosing what to eat based on your drink is half the fun. For example, karaage or French fries with bold, rich flavors are perfect with beer. On the other hand, Lighter fried options like agadashi tofu or seafood tempura go amazingly well with refreshing drinks like highballs or lemon sours. Oh, and here's a tip. Fried food is always at its best when it's freshly served, so dig in as soon as it hits the table. That hot, crispy goodness is one of the simple joys of dining at an izakaya. Trying a variety of fried dishes and sharing them with friends is part of the fun too. So next time you're at an izakaya, make sure to order some fried dishes. You're guaranteed to have a great time. Ippinryori at izakayas refers to special dishes that showcase the unique flavors and seasonal ingredients of the restaurant. Unlike the standard menu items, these dishes are more unique and represent the restaurant's signature style, kind of like their must-try creations. For example, in spring, you might find dishes made with cherry blossoms or bamboo shoots. In summer, there could be chilled taichazuke, or grilled ayu fish. In autumn, it's all about seasonal ingredients like sanma and chestnuts, while in winter, oysters and hearty hot pots are often the stars of the menu. What makes Ippinryori even more exciting is the care and creativity put into each dish by the chefs or restaurant owners. Think of homemade sauces used for grilled dishes or creative dishes made with rare, local ingredients. You're in for something special every time. When you visit izakayas in different regions of Japan, you'll also find Ippinryori that features local specialties or traditional dishes unique to that area. It's a great way to explore the flavors of a specific region while traveling. If you want to enjoy Ippinryori to the fullest, here's a tip. Ask the staff, what do you recommend today? They'll often suggest seasonal or freshly prepared dishes that aren't on the regular menu. Since Ippinryori dishes are usually served in small portions, it's fun to order a variety and share them with friends. This way, you get to sample lots of flavors without getting too full. Trying out different Ippinryori dishes is one of the best ways to experience the unique charm of each izakaya. So don't be shy. Order something new, share it with your group, and find your favorite dish. The food at izakayas is always so tasty and easy to eat, right? It's the kind of food that makes you want to keep drinking, and the conversations just naturally get lively and fun. But after eating and drinking and having a great time, don't you sometimes feel like finishing off with a little something carb-heavy? That's what we call the shime, the final dish to settle your stomach before calling it a night. Shime dishes are usually rice or noodle-based, like onigiri, yakisoba, ramen, or ochazuke. These are the classics. Of course, every izakaya has its own take on shimi dishes, and it's fun to see the variety each place offers. You can go for something light, like ochazuke, if you want a simple finish, or you can go all out with something hearty, like ramen, if you're craving something richer. The best part is that you can choose whatever suits your mood that day. Another great thing about izakaya food is that the portions are usually small, so you can try a little bit of everything. Shime dishes are often served in smaller portions too, which is perfect when you're not super hungry but still want just a little more to eat. So if you're someone who loves tasting lots of different dishes, izakayas are the perfect spot for you. Next time you go to an izakaya, make sure to enjoy it all the way to the shime. It's such a satisfying way to wrap up the night. Izakayas aren't just for office workers stopping by after work. They're great places to hang out with friends and family too. Of course, it's a perfect spot for people who love drinking, but don't worry if you're not into alcohol. Most izakayas have a variety of non-alcoholic drinks, so you can still enjoy the vibe while focusing on the delicious food instead. In the past, izakayas were seen more as drinking spots, mainly for men, but that's totally changed now. These days, they've become much more family-friendly, and even women and kids can have a good time there. Izakayas have transformed into welcoming, casual places where everyone can feel at home. On top of that, many izakayas put a lot of effort into keeping things fresh and exciting, like offering seasonal dishes or creating new menu items to keep their customers happy. For example, in spring, you might find dishes with a hint of cherry blossom flavor, and in winter, nothing beats a warm hot pot dish. They always feature foods that let you enjoy the best flavors of each season, which is part of what makes them so special. I really think you should experience an izakaya at least once. It's such a unique part of Japanese food culture. With such a variety of dishes and drinks, you're bound to have a great time. Thank you for watching.